Yo, there's a fishing pole over here. It looks like a Diawa, yeah, it's a Diawa spin rod. Dude, it's got a reel on it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different than I normally do. I'm gonna be doing some reel maintenance. I don't really recommend you guys follow my lead when it comes to reel maintenance because I'm not a professional. I don't do this for a living or anything. But I haven't showed you guys the video, but recently I found a fishing pole out when we were fishing. So I was walking up to this little pond. I actually got the pole right here next to me. I got the reel detached already. But I found this pole kind of sticking out of the mud and I couldn't believe it, but there was a snapped Diawa rod, you know, just sitting there in the mud. Yo, there's a fishing pole over here. It looks like a Diawa, yeah, it's a Diawa spin rod. Dude, it's got a reel on it. It's a Shimano. It doesn't look like it's in bad shape. No, dude, this is not too bad at all. Holy crap. As you guys can see, it has been beat up. The elements have kind of caused a lot of damage. And we actually found a Shimano reel attached to that thing. That is right, a Shimano reel. And it's not a very expensive reel. It's like a $50 reel. So this is why it's going to be kind of fun to do the maintenance myself. Obviously, I'm not losing out because I found the reel and it is pretty beat up, so it does need the maintenance. It is kind of, you know, seized up from sitting in the dirt so long. But I can tell you why they broke their pole. So what I'm guessing is someone got really frustrated at that pond that day, ended up setting the hook, snapped their rod, and just threw the whole damn thing into the pond. And I happened to find it when the water was a little bit low. I'm not too sure, maybe they threw it over there in the trees where I was, but regardless of that, we got this reel off of it. And if you look at the reel itself, it's got probably like, I'd say 65-pound braid on there. So I can tell you exactly why they snapped a spinning rod, because they're using 65-pound braid. So you can kind of tell exactly how they snapped this rod. They probably hooked onto something, gave it a little bit too much force bending it, and that 65-pound braid said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put that 65 pounds on that last eyelet, and you can see it just snapped it right there. Pretty crazy, but we're going to go ahead. Wow, the rod's actually fractured all the way through the base right here too, so it's broken in multiple pieces, and it is a Diawa medium light. So yeah, it's a pretty light rod. I don't know why they were rocking 65-pound braid. It looks like it might even be more, but I'm not too sure why you would, you know, rock braid on a medium light with a spin rod. I mean, whatever. But let's go ahead and get this thing broken down, take a look at it, see what it looks like inside. I guess I'll do a little before and after shot for you guys. Not gonna really spend too much time showing you in depth, but I just want to show you the before and after process. So let's get to it. And actually, real quick before I get to the process, I want to show you guys everything that I'm using today. Just a handful of tools. I got a little hammer, a little poker, some tweezers. All this is kind of actually a watch cleaning kit that I have from a while ago. I got a screwdriver and a wrench, and then I also got some cleaner, some lube, and some like real grease. So we got the Shimano type lube, and then we got the real butter lube, I guess oil, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead and disassemble this thing, and I guess try to fix it. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we got everything broken down. Let's go ahead and take a real quick close look at how nasty this thing is. If you look right here, you see the sprocket is just caked in grease. The reel inside itself has like seized grease. The actual gear itself has a lot of oxidized like metal on it. The rod that goes up and down, the drive rod that rides on the worm gear, is nasty old black grease. There was fibers in it. There's even like, I mean, it looks like it's turning green on the actual bronze, so it's starting to age as well. There's definitely a lot of wear and tear on this reel, so we're going to get it sprayed down, cleaned up, reassembled, and re-lubed, and show you guys what it looks like. Hopefully we can get it running smooth. Hopefully I can get it back together, because I'm not going to lie, this is a pretty good challenge. A lot of weird components to this reel and a lot of spring-loaded pieces. As you can see, we got the little spring-loaded bearing right there, and there's another 2 or 3 springs in here that connect to the actual reel switch and the actual lever that, you know, changes the direction of the reel itself. So now that we've got it disassembled, like I said, we're going to clean it and get it back together. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is just spray everything down with this reel cleaner. Got this stuff on Amazon. Here, there you go. You guys can see it better now. We're just going to spray it down with this reel cleaner. Got it on Amazon. I think it's like 15 bucks for the whole kit. I like everything in the kit, honestly. It's worked pretty good. The only thing I don't really like is the oil. That's why I use the Shimano oil instead. That real grease, butter, the stuff that they have with it, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll leave a link below for you guys so you can check out these little cleaning kits and pick one up for yourself if you need it. Alright everybody, so we got everything cleaned up and ready to be reassembled. I did find that one bearing is actually damaged. There's a slight little impression. You probably cannot see it. You probably won't be able to see it. I'll have to do a little zoom up for you guys. But there's a slight little impression right there in the actual bearing. It's caused the outer shell to kind of push into the bearing itself, so it does not actually rotate. But the good thing about this is that this bearing is actually located where the handle of the reel connects, so this can be replaced after we put everything back together. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything reassembled and slowly start greasing up the components as we put it back together. Hopefully you guys get a good idea, but we'll go ahead and recap at the end when we get everything rock and roll, and hopefully I can actually finish this out. So let's get back to it. Alright guys, it has been a long night of working on this reel, and I think we got it. I'm not gonna lie, I did have 2 issues with the reel that I'm gonna have to go back and figure out. One issue is that the anti-reverse or I guess stopping it from going the other direction is not working at the time, so I'm probably gonna have to take it apart, figure out why that pin is not meeting up with the I guess inner bearings. It's supposed to kind of tighten up the race on the inside and make it harder to spin the other direction. Just kind of stops it. So the other thing is that the spring that goes inside the little spool lever right here decided to shoot out on me while I was trying to reattach it, and I have yet to find it. It's somewhere in my house. I kind of looked for the last 20 to 30 minutes and I couldn't find it, so I just decided to kind of put the rest of the reel together because it is on the outside, so it should be pretty easy to put back together once we figure it out. But as you guys can see, really nice smooth run, even though that bearing is damaged. Got everything lubed up, greased up. It runs really good. I mean, you can hear the drag now. Let's see. Yeah, that drag's working really tight. You can loosen it up. We'll have to take the braid off of it, finish that little latch spring, and then just fix the anti-reverse, and that'll do it. We'll have this thing running 100% again, which is pretty cool because we ended up finding it out there in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today, guys. We'll definitely try this thing out in the future, put it on one of my rods, get out there and do some finesse fishing. But as far as today goes, that is gonna do it. If you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up, helps the channel out a lot. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, but we'll see you guys next time. Peace.